everyone, it's Cathi with CathyChandler.com. Today we're going to be talking about inflammation. Before we get into it, I wanted to give a big fat shout out to all of you men and women who have been serving in our armed forces or have served. Thank you so much for what you do for our country. I know it takes a lot of sacrifice, and I thank you so much to my husband who's been serving for almost 19 years. You're a rock star, and I appreciate everything that you've done and you continue to do for our family and our country. Love you. So I figured if we're going to be talking about anything on Veterans Day weekend, it should be inflammation, because I've seen the boots y'all wear and the equipment y'all put on and carry around. Inflammation happens, and it's insane, and it happens to the best of us. So whether you're dealing with something chronic like fibromyalgia or neuropathy, or maybe even carpal tunnel, or maybe you're dealing with something more acute like you threw your back out, or you have a muscle tear, or you had a surgery you want to recover from. These are all inflammatory conditions. And so I want to give you guys some tips and tricks and some ideas on how to help your body heal from those inflammatory issues so that you can move on and just have that life abundantly that the Lord wants us to have. Okay? So before we really get into what to do, I want to talk to you a little bit about free radicals and antioxidants, because those are some words that, we get thrown around. They're in commercials and magazines, and we don't really know what it means. It's just kind of all around there, and we don't know what antioxidants are, but we know we want me some. So what does that all mean, right? So free radicals, it's just, so what it is, it's basically a molecule that has an odd number of electrons. So electrons like to go in pairs, like a husband and wife, and they're so cute, and they're together, and they're traveling, and they're doing their little thing, this molecule. And then there's this third wheel, which is a free radical, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna be here too and be all creepy and weird. And these couples like, please leave us, this is awkward. And so it sees another couple, and it starts coveting that couple, and it's like, okay, fine, I'm gonna go over here, and it goes and it steals one of the electrons from the other couple. So messed up, right? That's the worst. Why are you doing that, electron? Not cool, man. Not cool. But it does it anyway. And so then it goes and it steals that one, it becomes a couple with that one, and now this one is left all alone. And since it was hurt, it's gonna hurt back. And it's going to go find another one and do it. And this chain reaction of free radicals just keeps on going, creating holes in our system that God created to go so smoothly. And it's not got holes all in it. It's not okay. And it's a really awful condition to have when you have all these free radicals, because what they do is they create what's called oxidative stress. So our body is in stress, and there's holes in it, and there are problems, and we want to fix that. But how do we fix that? And that's where antioxidants come into play. So antioxidants are like the free giver. It's like you consume these antioxidants, and they just come around going, you get an electron and you get an electron. I just want everybody to be happy and coupled up. And it's so sweet, and it fixes these holes that are in our bodies. So that's why we want to consume antioxidants. They are so awesome, and they really fix a lot of our inflammation issues. So that's going to be the core, like the root of where you're going to want to start, is increasing your antioxidants, decreasing the things that cause oxidative stress. What causes oxidative stress, Cathi? Well, there are a lot of foods that cause oxidative stress. A lot of the things that are going to be like your refined flours, your sugar, alcohol, caffeine, artificial sweeteners, fried foods, MSG. Oh my gosh, it's so much. So any food allergens that you might have, food sensitivities like gluten, dairy are big top ones. So if you're going to be pulling out these things that cause oxidative stress, I would pull out gluten and dairy in a heartbeat, just because you may test negative for celiac disease, but that doesn't mean you don't have a sensitivity to gluten. So if you take that out in order to help your body heal, your body's going to say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I needed that break. It was a lot to deal with. So I would take out gluten and dairy, soy. Sometimes, some people may have an issue with eggs. You take it all out and then maybe try eggs and see how you feel. If you have an issue with it, listen to your body. If you start having allergy-like symptoms or pain, then take it out. Corn is a big one too. And then another big kicker is nightshade family. The nightshade family has got weird stuff. It doesn't make sense how they're all together in this family. But then again, my family doesn't really make sense either. I digress though. So nightshades, tomato, potato, eggplant, and then like every pepper in the world except for white pepper and black pepper. Chamomile is a nightshade, go figure. Ashwagandha is a nightshade. There are lists online. If you do a search, and then I'll probably have one on my website afterwards to make sure that you guys have a list of nightshades as well, so you know what to avoid. So those things will cause inflammation in your body. They increase your oxidative stress. It takes a lot to break them down. So I would avoid all of those things that I just discussed with you. Now, what can I eat? Oh my gosh, I can't have all this stuff. I can't have MSG. Well, here's what you can have. Lots of fruits and vegetables, y'all, that are not nightshades. The one, like fruits in particular, would be berries. Berries are super colorful. When you see color, I want you to think antioxidants. So eat the rainbow. All kinds of colors, especially purples and deep reds, like your blackberries, blueberries, pomegranates, tart cherries. Make sure that you're staying away from the ones that are, covered in pesticide, because now that's going to be something else your body has to attack as well with the pesticide. Eat organic, non-GMO, clean fruits and vegetables. It's going to be so healing for your inflammatory condition. With your veggies, I want you to increase your cruciferous vegetables. That means like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, cabbage, like those kind of things are really healing to our gut. They're healing to our muscles and our tissues, our organs. They're super awesome. There's this really cool thing about pineapple too. Pineapple is really neat. It's got this enzyme in it called bromelain. And that enzyme helps to break down like inflammatory proteins. Isn't that cool? So if you eat pineapple on an empty stomach, it'll help to break down the bad stuff so that, you don't have to work extra hard to do that yourself. It's just really amazing that God made it to do that. So there are other things too, increasing your omega-3s like hemp seed, flaxseed, and chia seed. That helps to increase omega-3s in a plant-based way. If you're eating animal products, once or twice a week, you could have like fish like trout or salmon, and those have omega-3s in them as well. There's another, tart cherry juice is super amazing, guys. Tart cherry juice has this really cool way of healing issues that we might have in our muscles and our joints. I actually put my mother-in-law on a tart cherry juice regimen, and she's seen improvement over drinking that every single day. It's very, very cool. It's really good for helping to get rid of the uric acid if you have gout. So that's a really, really great key to add into your diet if you're dealing with a chronic inflammatory condition. But make sure if you get tart cherry juice, you're buying 100% organic tart cherry juice. No other types of juices added into it and no sugars added into it. Just plain old organic, the Lord made it and blessed it off tart cherry juice. And that's going to really help you out a lot. So these are your foods to avoid, your foods that I want you to increase. And the other thing I need you to do is to listen to your body. So if you're dealing with an acute situation and you usually work out or you usually exercise like crazy and it's driving you nuts not being able to do what you used to do, you've got to just rest. Be still. And God tells us to do it, and sometimes it's super frustrating, and sometimes we want to just like fight back and just make our body listen to us, but sometimes we just need to be still and you need to rest. And so the way you want to do this is like, if you usually work out, I would say go to the gym, do less weight, do less repetitions, start your motions very, very slowly, listen to your body, see what it says. If you feel any sort of pain or discomfort, stop, wait a few days, and try it again. If you still feel discomfort, wait a few weeks, try it again. And then if you still feel discomfort after waiting a few weeks, I would wait a few months before going back and trying the same repetition again. Sometimes our bodies need a long time to heal. Muscle repair takes a long time, especially if you do a lot of damage. Your bones take a long time. They take several months to heal. So give your body time and feed it what it needs while you're waiting, and you'll see a lot of improvement in that inflammatory condition that you're dealing with. The other thing you need to do is rest. Rest a lot. Your body heals itself when you're sleeping. It's this amazing thing that it does. So sleep more than usual if you're dealing with inflammation, and let your body do what it needs to do. Eat all the foods that feed it right and feed all your systems and reduce that oxidative stress, and then sleep and let it use all that. It's like you're filling it with all this equipment to fight a battle. Go, here's all this equipment that I'm giving you, okay? I'm gonna go take a nap. Go to sleep, let it go to war. Let it do what it's gonna do, and then wake up and do the same thing again. And just keep on doing that. Keep having this continual, synchronized like situation you have going on with your body, and loving on it and letting it love you back while you're sleeping. It's really cool once you get into the motion of doing it naturally. So along with resting, do things that make you feel good, okay? If a massage feels good with your wherever your inflammation is, get a massage. If acupuncture feels good, get acupuncture. If seeing the chiropractor feels good, go see the chiropractor. I would suggest even taking a hot bath. Epsom salts in a hot bath, like a cup or 2 cups in, a nice hot bath. So soothing to aching muscles, and it really, really helps. Whenever I'm like inflamed or inflammatory state, like I was this weekend after doing makeup on children and bending over to do it for a musical theater performance, my back was so sore. As soon as I was done, I came home, filled up the bathtub, put in my Epsom salts, and soaked in there for like 30 minutes, and I feel better today. It just is so helpful to your body to use that. I mean, it's natural and it's there and it's available. It's like $4 for a bag of it. Why not take advantage of that? It'll be really, really helpful. So do things that feel good to your body while you're in your resting phase. The other thing I need you to do is de-stress. And I know I talked about this before with the energy issue. When you're under stress, it takes all the attention off of your inflammatory condition and it focuses on the stress. So your stress is yelling over here going, I'm so frustrated, oh my gosh. And your body's like, oh, I have to deal with this frustration and stress. And your inflammatory condition is over here in the shadows going, yeah, and I'm hurting over here. And it's so quiet and and your body can't hear it over this crazy stress that's over here. So when you calm all this down and you chill and you relax and you de-stress, then the body can hear your inflammatory condition saying, hey, please fix me. And your body's like, oh man, I didn't even see you. I'm so sorry. And it goes and it turns and it starts to take care of this inflammatory issue. So gotta de-stress, gotta relax, gotta let the Lord He made everything to work the way that He wanted it to. Let your body do that by just calming down. Okay? So we talked about what to avoid, what you could add in, listening to your body with your exercise, resting, de-stressing, and now I want to talk to you about some really cool things you can add, herbs and all that you can add into your whole outline for healing your inflammatory condition. So teas. The good teas that you can have are green tea, are great antioxidant and a lot of anti-inflammatory things. Moringa, it's really cool tea. If you get moringa powder, it's super anti-inflammatory, and you can put a teaspoon of that in some hot water, mix it up. You could put it in a smoothie if you want to. You could actually put it into soups. It's very earthy, green tasting, kind of like a green tea taste. So you can drink that, and that's really anti-inflammatory. Hibiscus tea is, and turmeric. Turmeric is powerful antioxidant. You're gonna love that. And make sure that if you are doing turmeric, you can put it in with your meals. You can make it into a tea too. It's pretty amazing, but make sure you have black pepper with it. It'll help to increase the bioavailability. It just helps, which means it's gonna help your body to absorb it and put it where it needs to go. So green tea, hibiscus, turmeric, those are really great. Berries are awesome. If you wanted to use topical oils, CBD oil is really great. You can actually take CBD oil under your tongue. You can get a tincture for it under your tongue, and I'll put a link on where you can purchase that too. Or you can use CBD lotion. I like to use CBD lotion. Last night after my bath, I rubbed it all over my back. CBD is great. Now, CBD is basically, it's derived from the hemp plant. So it is not marijuana, okay? Can be some confusion there because of the plant that it's derived from, but there's no THC in CBD. It's 100% legal in every state in the US. It's not gonna get you high. Sorry, kids, doesn't do anything for you. So it only heals. It's kind of amazing in that respect, but CBD is wonderful. So get some CBD oil, put it under your tongue, and that'll help. CBD lotion is helpful. And a couple other oils are myrrh. Myrrh is very anti-inflammatory. Myrrh is, one of the oils that the wise men gave to Jesus and his parents when he was born. It's amazing and a little pricey, but I will also have a link on where you can purchase myrrh oil if you need that. Peppermint oil is very helpful it's not as potent as myrrh, but it's helpful for slight things, like maybe if you have a little headache that's coming on, you can rub some peppermint oil, or a little bit of pain in maybe your wrist or your arm, like for bruises, you can put it on that, and it's good for that as well. So those are some really great things. Some garlic is really anti-inflammatory. It's a very potent anti-inflammatory, actually. So you think garlic is just delicious, but no, it's amazing. It's antifungal, it's antiviral, it's just anti all bad stuff. Garlic is really, really great for you. Oregano is good as well. Clove is good. I'm going to have a recipe for a really good sauce on the website for you guys. So if you wanted to make Man, cauliflower rice with some of this sauce on top of it would be so yummy. Even sprinkle some hemp seeds on there. Now I'm kind of getting hungry. Probably because it's almost time to make dinner. But I'm thinking I'm going to make this sauce because it just sounds yummy. So these are all these really cool things you can do to decrease that inflammation. You just got to really listen to your body, give it what it needs to nourish it so that it can heal itself, because God created these amazing, powerful, self-healing machines in us. And so if we encourage it and give it what it needs, it will do what it's supposed to do. So do all these things, de-stress, rest, avoid all those bad foods, increase all the good foods. And they're not bad per se. They're just bad for what you're dealing with right now. And then once you're all better, then you can try having the healthy forms of whole grains and your nightshades back in. So for now, give your body what it needs, which is the rest and the nourishment in order to heal itself. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Feel better, and God bless.